On Friday the 4th of February, the 24th Winter Olympics began in Beijing, and PalTV want to know, are you tuned in? Are you guys currently watching the Winter Olympics?
Not personally.
Yeah, I'd say so. I spend a lot of time procrastinating my work with Winter Olympics.
Yeah, I've been watching it quite a lot. I really enjoyed like the luge and skeleton.
I have a lot of deadlines lined up for tomorrow, but after tomorrow I'll definitely be watching them for some time.
I'm not, unfortunately, no.
I've seen a couple events.
Have not been watching at all. I've got all the gear but no idea. I have absolutely no clue what's going on.
A little bit, not a lot.
No, but I've seen a few things on the news about it.
Do you know where it's currently being hosted?
Russia?
Japan.
China.
Paris?
China.
Beijing.
What do you think about them being held in Beijing?
I can understand why a lot of people are having issues. I fundamentally don't have an issue with it.
I'm not too sure. Also, like the persecution, like surely somebody with some morals would at least go like, this might not be the right thing to do. But I'm not too sure. I'm very misinformed. Do not print this. This is all wrong. Thank you very much.
It is interesting because it seems like a lot of people aren't going, and there seems to be a lot of controversy around it, and also from my impression it doesn't seem to be being covered in the same way. I don't feel like I have seen a lot of coverage and information about it, and from what I've heard that may have an influence.
No, right, it's quite controversial because of the whole coronavirus pandemic and the way that China was handling it. Well, also the fact that their political system is quite corrupt. So I'm sure that people would have quite a lot of strong opinions about that. But China as a nation is very powerful, and I'm sure that they're in a financially good place to hold the Olympics. So that's really good. I think it's positive.
I don't think there's anything wrong with it. I think it's an event for everyone, so it's not meant to be politically associated or anything like that, and Beijing's a lovely place, so yeah, it's fine. Yeah.
I mean, I'm not very well versed in that, but yeah, I'd say it's probably good to get the Olympics out of Eurocentral, but I can't really comment on Beijing in particular.
I think it's really bad. I don't think they should be having it in Beijing at all, especially like the last year and what's happening in Hong Kong and the like camps. I'm glad that they're not sending diplomats and stuff, because I do think it's not fair to prevent the athletes from competing, but I don't think it should be in Beijing at all.
Yeah, I agree. I don't think it should be in Beijing because of what's happened. I think they should have chosen somewhere else for it.
Yeah.
And I think the human rights issues are obviously contentious. The US, UK, countries like that are obviously not sending their diplomatic teams, and I think there's definitely human rights issues. But the Olympics has always been a format where countries can protest and, assert their diplomatic will. So it is interesting, but what to say?
I think that's a matter regarding how you treat Olympics, whether it's a political event or whether you can annotate some political meaning regarding the sport. But I'm of the opinion that sport is sport, and we celebrate the sportsmanship.
So is there anything in particular you think about whether they should have thought about that before choosing Beijing as the host, just with sustainability being such a really important thing at the moment?
Beijing is obviously going to be better equipped for a Summer Olympics, as it has previously done, so in my mind it doesn't quite make sense that it's been done this way.
They should definitely take into consideration the location. I mean, wouldn't it make sense if it was like Switzerland, somewhere more snowy?
100%. It should be a situation where simultaneously it's better for the environment, better for energy costs. It's also more similar to probably the culture of the place you're actually going to. If you're going to a place where it's tropics and you're not getting any snow, no one's really going to be that interested in seeing people going skiing, I would imagine. But I think that should definitely be considered.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, the climate emergency is something that's really important and a very pressing issue. And I think, yeah, definitely. I think it's a waste of resources to use them on something that could be saved.
If you hold it in a place like Beijing, more Chinese people get into it, and then you're expanding the influence of the Winter Olympics.
What do you think is better, snowboarding or skiing?
Skiing.
Skiing.
I think it's more exciting to watch skiing, but I think both sports have their own characteristics and you can enjoy by watching both.
I actually prefer skiing because you get more variety in the different types of skiing. But I'd find the snowboarders more impressive. Like the way their feet are stuck in, the flips and stuff they do, it's really cool.
Well, I've never been snowboarding, so I'll have to say skiing.
I personally haven't done any, but skiing does look cooler and like more fun, little like risky, but like definitely I would
would want to watch that.
I think snowboarding, it's really cool. Not as many people do it and it just looks sick. Like the fact that they go up in the air.
Snowboarding, 100%.
Snowboarding, without a doubt. Without a doubt. No, but like in terms of watching,
snowboarding's more fun.
Snowboarding's cooler, but skiing's more fun.
I've never done either. Sorry.
That's rare in Durham.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
really rare in Durham.
I mean, skiing, but everyone wants to snowboard.
What looks cooler is snowboarding, but skiing is by far better. It's more elite, harder.
Yeah.
It seems that the general consensus by Durham students is that they are not watching the Winter Olympics. However, there are still always strong opinions to be had on skiing and snowboarding. You've been watching PalTV. Thanks so much, guys.